Okay. All right. So, hello and welcome. I'm so happy to be here today with Jessica Correa. She's better known online as the Violet Power and has a beautiful following and community of over 100,000 people online that tap into her energy, what she shares with the 5D healing, and really as a mentor, I would say, a spiritual mentor for many people that are going through this awakening process, helping them tap into their spiritual gifts and be able to transform that into something physical and something in the real world. And I'm so happy to have this moment to sit here with you because it's inspiring to see how you've really been able to make this your career, your passion, and kind of unite these energies together. Another thing we're going to be talking about today is her path now as curandera to do retreats, plant medicine retreats in Peru, where she's originally from. But for today, I think we're going to taking the perspective of the awakening journey and kind of like follow her path, understand these modalities that she works with, that she taps into, that she shares with the world, and kind of see where the path takes us. So Jessica, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I'm very grateful to be here and see this what we're gonna create. I'm happy to share a bit of knowledge, a bit of me in this episode. And yeah, grateful to for everyone who is going to watch and resonate with our story together.
Absolutely beautiful. And I think we know what's happening is that a lot of people are awakening, and we both have had our awakening journeys, but I think it's special for us to hear kind of how this transition was for you. What is awakening for you, and what do you see with the people that you work with?
Yeah, so to me, awakening actually is coming back to yourself.
Mm.
It's the truth of why you are here on earth. You know? Um, we tend to be so connected to the system, so connected to the rules of how we are meant to be living, or in a 9 to 5 job that we don't like, or no. So my personally, I come from a background as an architect. And I had also my 9 to 5 job, 9 to 7 job. And yeah, I discovered or I tapped into my awakening, my spiritual awakening, when I left that side behind. When I left Peru, my country, and I tapped into a new country, New Zealand. So that is where I start to question different things and to try to understand a bit more of myself. No, sometimes we tend to do what others are doing around us. No, that's how we have grown. No, our relatives. No, so here is about awakening to the true who you are. No, excuse me, and how to remember, through integrating a spiritual side of you that you might not know, no? Integrating that unknown part into your physical, into your reality life. No? And of course, it's difficult to be open-minded to something that you don't understand or something that is not tangible, but it is important to be open, And of course, if you're watching this right now, means you are already. Maybe you don't know, you think you are not, but trust me, if you're watching this, you are open and you are going to be watching the whole episode today. I'm glad because that means that you want to seek the truth of who you really are, no? The awakening, your spiritual awakening, your true awakening, the awakening of your soul.
That's so beautiful. It is really the remembrance. And I think for me, similar to you, I was doing everything that society taught me to do. And then you have like this inclination. I would call it, for me, was like the call, like something has to change. Like it's kind of like an aha moment that I think many people are kind of evaluating in their own lives. Like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be in the system, right? And so would you say for somebody that's going through that, what would be like the first like step to trust it, to really like examine what that thought is and find like another path?
Yeah, so maybe coming back to your why, come back to your why, like why do you think life is supposed to be? How do you know, like, why do you think you are in this planet? No, and like doing this type of questions that are going to help get insights of, are you really happy with the life that you are right now? Are you really happy with um, your environment? No, like everything, wherever you are right now, your environment is playing a big role in your energy. So if you are feeling really drained or so, and your body feels contracted, pay attention to that, because that means that that's not where you meant to be. Now your physical body will start speaking, your energy will feel it. So there is a knowing inside of your heart that is like, you know it already, but you need to sit down to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of self-belief as well, that okay, I know this, so I will take action on it, not just pushing, 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 and then maybe having an accident or a disease, or no, like not making it worse than it shouldn't be. No, so seizing that energy in that moment, no, paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Acknowledging it, absolutely. And so for you, you went from Peru all the way to New Zealand. I mean, how was this decision? Was there a calling to go there or
Mhm.
it's pretty
No, it was because as Peruvian, I can travel and work there,
okay.
because I was like, there's like a agreement between both countries and Australia, no? So that's how I found out about this type of agreement. And also, I had broken up with a long relationship, so I felt like I didn't have anything to attach me, let's say, in my country. So I wanted a new air, new start, new fresh start, fresh
Mm-hmm.
air, see what happens. Let's just adventure, curiosity mode.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's similar. I mean, do you think also when you work with people that are going through this journey, there seems like the universe also supports this change. I feel like the more people I talk to, like for me, it was very similar also, like moving from New York to LA, like I just needed like breakup and all this thing. So it's kind of like the universe supports change. And it's like, do you go for the ride or do you not? You know? I think it's like really, like you're saying, it's connecting the energy that something needs to change, and opportunity comes, seizing the moment, taking it and just following the path, right?
Hmm. Yes. So sometimes, for example, with this, some students I've seen, like, for example, they get kicked out of their job, or or things like that, when we are in the middle of working together. So
Hmm.
things fall apart for good. No,
Right.
we might not understand it, but they fall for some reason. So there is a architecture behind our lives that has already been designed by God, but we as humans, we don't understand it. No, like, it's a human thing to wanting to understand everything, wanting to know the answers of everything, but sometimes there is not, or we are not meant to know it at this moment. No, whenever we are ready.
Mm, absolutely. Okay. And so when you were then living in New Zealand and you stayed in Australia, when did you start to tap into these spiritual gifts? Or what exactly are these gifts that you share now, actually, for someone that doesn't know?
Yeah, so when I was in New Zealand, I started by asking other people who were doing this work to give me a reading, to help me to see what do they see,
Yeah.
through their gifts. Not my gifts yet, through their own gifts, what would they see?
Hmm.
And that made me curious. I want to learn, I want to find out more. And that's how I started doing, for example, Reiki, energy healing. And I also started working with a mentor that will help me develop my gifts. So that is how she helped me to tap into my gifts. And that's how I came across light language.
Hmm.
No, she helped me to learn how to channel, but not necessarily light language, but just learning how to connect to spirit, no, receive information and so. But then she said, you could be doing this. Why don't you try? No, so it's important to be guided by someone who has already walked this path, no, in
Hmm.
order to help you see what you don't see. So I followed that. I followed, she said, light language. Okay, 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 but she didn't tell me how to do light language. She just said, no, do it how, no, like connect to spirit and allow it, allow it. So that's how I came across light language. And if for those who don't know, light language is like it's like mantras. It's like a language that you don't understand, the human doesn't understand, but it's a frequency that works in a soul level.
Mm.
So it's frequency. It's like a music, like you like there's a frequency there. No, there is always frequency music. So yeah, it's like let's say doing music with your throat, doing codes with your throat, singing with your throat. No, so all that our body is frequency too. No, when we speak. So yeah, so that's how I deliver my medicine through light language, either for healing, for activation of gifts. Um, and also yeah, awakening different soul memories from past lifetimes perhaps, you know. And I work also with a violet flame a lot, like my name of the business, no, is violet power, so I carry that transformation signature in my soul business. That's part of my purpose, no, to bring that through. So my gifts are that related to transformation, related. That's what I say now. Like a client would be out of their job, like things, crazy things happen, but for good, obviously. No, and also the yeah, okay, the light language, the healing, and also the priestess path that I started as well back then when I was after New Zealand. I went to Australia, and in Australia, I started to take it more seriously, this gift, because I was learning, learning how to do readings, learning, keep learning, but always for me, but yes, for someone else, but like very casual,
Hmm.
no? And in Australia, I got it more seriously, and I started to I saw this priestess training, Goddess Isis priestess training, a 9 months training. So I sign up, no, again, working with someone else,
Hmm.
allowing to receive, to understand, well, to trying to be curious. I didn't know where I was going to. No, I just knew that I wanted to be curious to see what happened. But I already felt the call, no? I've already felt the call that there was something more in Peru already, but I didn't pay attention to it. Um, so yeah, I walked this priestess path since few years ago, and that led me to encounter plant medicine, to be prepared for my first plant medicine experience with ayahuasca. And yeah, I think after that, my gifts, of course, have been developing more and more. No, it's of course it's a journey, and they are still opening more and more and more, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said a couple powerful things there in terms of having mentors and teachers. And I think for me, for some reason, I always feel like a calling to normalize this type of work in the world. And I mean, we're seeing that obviously in our community, there are so many people waking up with their gifts and finding different ways of expressing these gifts. But then there's obviously still a whole percentage of the people that kind of maybe judge this or are very confused with exactly what this is. But it's a path like anything else that needs education. I think that's for me always important to explain that. Like, I mean, since when did psychology, you go there, you become a psychologist, and then you're a therapist. You know, you have to go through this training process. And this work that we do is also about kind of creating new path potentials for people to exist on the planet and working their passions and learning and, having a business, like you say, a soul business. So I feel like that's that's beautiful to hear, that this is the way. And then also, I mean, just to even go deeper into first this light language, because how is it that you receive the information? I feel like this is always like a curious point for a lot of people, like where people can see things, hear things, feel things. So for you, can you explain the process with the light codes?
Yeah, so I do my channeling process. Like, I don't know, whoever is watching this already knows how to channel, and I ask, my spiritual team to give me the frequencies that are gonna help something specifically, or anything that wants to come through. So I ask in advance, yeah, to help me be the channel for the people, and to, yeah, like, I don't necessarily think much what I'm gonna say. I just allow, it's channeling, so you're not in your mind. And when I first channeled it, it was like written, like symbols and that, so like the ones that are here, it was just channeling through my hand, and seeing, and that's those are the codes that I started to share with people, and they would tell me how would they feel just by seeing it, no? And then eventually I started speaking up with speaking the light language, and of course, watching other people doing it also gave me the inspiration, the yeah, to just to try it and see how other people would feel with it, as long as I am doing my processes to connect, to protect my energy, everything, in order to know that I'm channeling correctly to my gifts and deliver from that place, you know. So, and yeah, and the time has passed, and I am able to, let's say, download different codes, or let's say also I have more allies as well, now that I am walking this with the plant world too, plant allies. And as I said, my priestess path also with goddess Isis. So I have this Egyptian allies as well, Egyptian frequency allies too, that I have built a relationship with. So that's why it's a committed practice to be able to be this channel, this
Mm.
responsibility too.
Yeah, and when you say, and again, I'm seeing from the perspective of somebody that doesn't know the allies, right? From this other world community, this spiritual communication, it's it's like this connection of communication, right? With the unseen, but we see them in our own way. So you start to build like a team for someone that doesn't know your spiritual team that we all actually, would you agree? Have this gift to activate these internal powers of intuition and call in the connection. And I think that's actually what the people that you work with are people that are feeling the call to activate these gifts, but that this does exist, right? I mean, you see that on a daily basis, I think, because you are the channel now as the person that you are.
Yes, yes. So I have been helping people from not fully believing to actually surrendering and being able to channel. You know? So that's takes time, but it's possible. And
Mm.
also myself, I didn't had like communication with dead people when I was kid. No, I didn't have that. No.
Hmm.
Um, it opened up gradually, eventually, but when I was ready to be open-minded to try to see what happened. Also, first is the decision to say, okay, I am ready to connect to this spiritual side. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. I need help, because in my life things are not working out like I wish. My life is not like this is not how I'm meant to be living life. And if there is this side that somehow is calling me or somehow is intriguing me. I'm curious. Why not? No, like you never know what's going to happen. No, and like I said, for myself, I didn't know that I was going to become this one day. Not at all. No, I thought I was going to be go back to Peru to architecture and that's it.
Mm.
No, but the more that I tapped into this truth of my soul, the more that I realized how important is this and that it was my purpose. And of course, like you don't have to be a healer or so, but you can integrate that spiritual side for what you do for living or what you want to fully dedicate. No, for example, I have been helping a woman who is writing a book, for example, and is quite related to spirituality, but very grounded, like you using like scientists, no, like a really, and or also um, a cook or like different backgrounds. You can help them, like especially also, no, like everything is creation, no. We
Mm.
are always creating, and if you could create a masterpiece, including that spiritual side of you in your work, imagine. Now, that's why how I call it masterpiece now, because it's integrating the spiritual side with your physical side. No?
Yeah, the wholeness of who we are, absolutely. And I mean, I think like you were saying with the healing path, that actually we'll go through get to that with the plant medicine, because I think people go specifically to the plant medicine for something specific. But before, I just want to finish up with the Isis, because Isis right now is activating in a lot of us the energy of this priestess path and what exactly that is. I mean, you hear a lot of it online of just people activating the feminine energy. But I'd love to hear your perspective, since you work with this energy. You were in Egypt, and you can really embody it, right? And I think many of us want to embody it. We're like, yes, I want to go that path. I want to go that path. But I know, and you're also offering something for a women's group these next 3 weeks, so we can talk about that after. But what is this embodiment of Isis?
Yeah, it's not just Isis, it's the feminine, no? And Isis, let's say, it's one of the channels for the feminine and one of the, no, like I said, my initiator into the feminine work. And but before that was Mother Mary when I was a kid, no?
Mm,
But but anyway, to me, like that feminine frequency, it's already in this planet.
mm,
Mother Earth already is the mother, no? So we are living in this feminine frequency already, and we don't even know it, no?
mm,
And it is so needed to go back to the heart.
mm,
No, it's so needed for everyone to like. If we would go back to the heart, there wouldn't be any wars. There
mhm.
wouldn't be any, like
Division, yeah.
yes, like the global thing that is happening. Like if we go back to our hearts, we will have compassion for each other. So that's the work of the feminine, no? Connecting to that feminine energy, that trust, that have devotion. So being priestess is not just like, oh, it's a brand or it's because it's cool or it's a moda, how I would say, like,
Fashion, a trend, yeah.
yes, a trend. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
It's not a trend. No, it's not a trend. It's actually being devoted to your prayers every day, being devoted to, so it's not just a, no, it's not a trend, it's what actions you do every day to
Mm,
connect to that devotion, spiritual side of you,
mm,
that spiritual side of you that creates devotion and that, yeah, initiates you into your next levels of work, into your next level of creation, leadership. And men right now need women's medicine. That's what always my guides say, my spirit guides say, women are the medicine of the men.
mm,
We are the medicine of the men. Because
mm,
we are like, not like let's say we tend to work so deeply into our emotions, into ourselves, like we are so eager to wanting to learn, not to level up, but then men stay a little bit like in the mind, trying to make things work, da, 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 no? And which thought is okay, but there needs to be a balance, no? And that's why the feminine has to awaken more to awaken men. That's also our work. And then to create, to have that sacred union. So then, whenever men and women come together, they can blend that frequencies, aligned frequencies that can create let the masterpiece, no, the baby, why not, no, or that or projects together, no. So that's the my point of view, no. So that devotion to this co-creation path between humanity, between humans, so men, women, and how sacred is this path as well, because you as a woman, as a feminine priestess, oracle, if you have gifts, or if you're a mom already as well, no, you have already walked different initiation paths. Now, if you have been a mom, that's also initiation into your woman, no, into next levels of your long life motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, all of this is the awakening of this force that is going to open up Earth.
That's so powerful. I love it. It is. It's a way of life, right? Way of life, walking this path. And I think when we understand it, like with the program that you're offering, is to like kind of activate this knowledge or knowing and embody that, right? I mean, so like for your program that you're offering now, which sounds really interesting, what exactly is to be expected from this, the Path of Isis?
Yeah, so this event, this experience is called Egyptian Codes Women's Portal, and I have been doing Egyptian codes for multiple times, helping hundreds of people with this specific work when I'm channeling different Egyptian frequencies in order to awake gifts, no, awake gifts from past lifetimes or so. But in this opportunity, because I've also been doing this women's work since some years ago, I felt drawn to come back again in this edition for a women's edition
Mm,
only.
okay.
Yeah, I have been doing. I've been learning with a plant right now. I am learning with a plant in my path, which is a feminine plant.
Mhm.
And so let's say my feminine has awakened more
Mhm.
with this plant more than it was already. And it has led me to create this, no, for women, like to offer what I've been learning to others. So that's
Mm,
the thing, no, not keeping my gift because
yeah.
no, it's always an offering. That's why it's called soul offering. And so yeah, when you join this 3 week experience, no, that you're gonna be immersed with the frequencies of Goddess Isis, Hathor, Sekhmet, so divine feminine frequencies, to awaken that divine feminine vessel. No,
Mm,
we are vessel of God, and the way that we channel is gonna be different than men. No, it's gonna be different than men. Our vessel are very powerful. Woman is very powerful. So my job is to awaken that vessel, awaken your vessel, align you with your feminine, so then you can awake that feminine vessel, so your gift can come through, no? So
mm,
your gift can step forward when you are in align with who you are a feminine, you are a woman. So integrating that woman, the portals that I like to call, no, the throat, the heart, the womb portal. So we're going to be working through these portals in order to step into your gifts, in order to step into through your feminine and Egyptian frequencies.
that sounds so beautiful. I love it. It's almost like we have so many of us dormant energy just sitting there that hasn't been activated. We were not taught
Yes.
to activate it, right? And can you
Yeah.
imagine when we start to like tap into that? It's like a ripple effect and through, like you're
Yeah,
saying, the whole chakra system.
yeah, also because when you do this feminine work, when you awaken this feminine vessel, you step into next levels of confidence. But
Mm,
confidence from a feminine perspective, not from a masculine, no? So that confidence as a woman,
yeah.
or that's fire to create from your feminine, no? Many women are a bit disconnected from their feminine energy, no? Like we are tend to, well, many women are, we are taught to perform, no? We are
Yes.
taught to, oh, you have to do this, or society has shaped us to compete to each other,
Yes.
competition between women. So those things I am also going to work with the ladies that are gonna come into this, because that's also something that myself I have experienced it. I have also been into that, no, like that's not what leadership is about. Leadership and the feminine is about union, no, in general, union and sisterhood too. So we're gonna also go through those sisterhood wounds as well.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Right when you said that, I swear I was thinking of my sister because we've done podcasts together about our sisterhood wounds. And she also she's a psychotherapist working with a lot of trauma patients. But so many of us have this trauma of these wounds in early development of childhood, this competition, this ego, this comparison. And like you said, like the feminine energies, actually, we want to be loving, but we actually don't know how sometimes, or we can't, we have these blocks or this energy that still exists in our systems, and we're like trying to be more in unison, but there is still energetically something there, right? And I think that sounds powerful. What you're targeting is to like clear, activate, and rise together in all of our own unique spiritual gifts. Oh, that's so
Mhm.
beautiful. Que
Yes.
belleza. Sounds awesome. Yeah. And it is, I think for someone that is curious, I think that's a beautiful kind of entryway just to tap into and live that experience. So,
Yeah, especially like if you're curious and you already, you know that you're intuitive, you know that you have some intuition, you have some gifts and want to explore more, or you're already doing some spiritual work, and you feel that call to the feminine, you feel that need to integrate deeper your archetypes of a woman, of a vessel, feminine vessel.
that sounds amazing, powerful. And now, I mean, so you've been working with this energy with Isis, and then what I find so fascinating now is how you came back full circle to Peru, right? To connect with the plant medicine. And I know a lot of people are curious about this because what I did want to say is it seems to me from what I do from research, and the reason why a lot of people go is due to illness, right? Like mental problems, trauma that cannot be kind of they cannot detach from. So it's a little deeper than people that are finding their creative passion, right? Would you say? I mean, let's get into it. How did you get back to Peru and to connect with the
Mhm.
plant medicine?
Yeah, so I had my spiritual awakening outside Peru. So I was already finding different things to learn from, no? So I was studying different things. So we together with a friend, we were speaking about the medicine, no? And also I think I have a dream. I can't remember exactly, but I think I had a dream also with ayahuasca. So I took it also like a confirmation of a call to sit with her. I was already walking the priestess path, and yeah, I had a wedding of a best friend who in Peru, so I had to go back to visit because I was living in Australia. And that's when I sit for the first time with the medicine. So I felt like this priestess path um, prepared me to sit with another feminine plant,
Mhm.
ayahuasca. So again, more feminine work that I've been doing and I'm still doing in this process. So it doesn't end, no. And this is also a realization now, like all the feminine work that I've been doing is it hasn't stopped.
Mm, amazing. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're this feminine portal, right? And that's beautiful because we need that more on the planet, right? This is
Hmm.
our reality. So you went back and you experienced it, and now you're on the path to the Curandera path, right? You made a decision that you're going to be facilitating these. Can you explain a little bit about the ceremonies for somebody that's curious and says, but there's so much information. There's people doing it all over the world, but I think the main knowing is that it comes from the jungles of the Amazons,
Hmm.
right?
Yes. So to also to mention for when I sit with with a plant for the first time, I had a big headache. And then second day, it's reassure my path as a maestra, as a master in what I was doing, no, in this energy work, into this healing. So it gave me that confident boost that I'm the right path.
Mm,
Let's keep working on it. No, and I have been sitting more time with the medicine until eventually she has asked me to work for her. So
mm,
she asked me, "Do you want to work for me?" And I said, "Yes." Of course, show me how. And then I came to the Netherlands to live here. And but in order to work with the medicine, or for the medicine actually, to work for the medicine, I you need to have some trainings. No, that's called plan dietas, to have that guided by a maestro, a specific curandero, maestro, the shaman, no, that is going to open those processes for you, hold the space for you, talk to the plant for you, no? And that's how I started my own process with the plants, doing those plant dieta processes to learn from the plants, not ayahuasca alone. Ayahuasca is the channel of the other plants. So I am learning from different plants that are in the jungle. No, the jungle is the, how you call it, drugstore,
yeah, the
right?
pharmacy. I thought the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the
The
pharmacy of the
pharmacy.
medicine. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, so the Amazon is the pharmacy of planet Earth, no? And there is plenty of plants there for multiple reasons, but also those multiple reasons, they also have a consciousness. Every plant has a different spirit, and that's why they call it mastered plants. So to become a curandero, a healer of, you need to have that to learn from every master plant in order to become one day this Onanja, this is called Onanja, this maestro, no, that is going to perform the ceremony, is going to be the leader of the ceremony. So right now I'm a disciple, let's say, a disciple apprenticeship. And that's why, like right now, no, like I am closing this dieta with a feminine plant, no, that is called, it's called Numa Rao. Numa is woman and Rao is medicine in Shipibo language. No,
Mhm.
so I've been working with the Shipibo lineage. So in Peru,
Mm,
if you know, there is a lot of indigenous people. Yeah, we are descendant of Incas, but not only Incas, there were multiple cultures there. And one of them is the Chippewas. And they said that they are also descendant of Incas, of
mm,
the Incas too, no? So in every piece of Peru there was some culture going on. So in the jungle there are different cultures working with the medicine. And let's say like the most famous are the Chipibos with the, no, they all have cosmovision, like they carry their own way of dressing, they carry their own way of um, doing
their arts
not
and
ceramics, art,
mhm,
no?
mhm.
Um, yeah, like I cannot show you, but like telares, no, like
Oh, okay, like cloths and stuff. Yeah, so they
yes,
have their own their own culture within the
yes,
Amazons, right? Oh,
But
beautiful.
everything that those designs are based in the ayahuasca, are
Oh,
based in patterns of what you see in ayahuasca. The
right.
colors, the shapes, the like they put snakes, so different animals, no? So that's really beautiful. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think there are similar animals that appear, right? Like with the snake, it's constantly there. It's like communicating with these symbols to help people in a sense, right?
Yes. Yeah. So in a ceremony, the maestro is going to be channeling the plants he did the dieta because
Oh,
he made that relationship with the plants already. So he has the power of those plants within. He has built that relationship. So, but it's many years, like 10 years maybe, of connecting with those plants. So I'm gonna, yeah, he will be channel, he or she, the
yeah.
maestro will be channeling those plants for the people, no? So this person needs this plant. So I'm gonna channel the Icaro or the light
Mhm.
language, no? That song, because everything is with the voice. They heal with the voice.
Mhm.
Like I do light language, but they do it Icaro, it's called Icaro in Chipigo, no? And they carry the frequency of the plant that is going to help heal, to help what the person needs in order
Yes,
to
that's
be
so
more happy,
beautiful.
no?
And yeah, the people, what like seen, I've seen documentaries, is yeah, that the people really feel this energy entering into their space to like remove these blocks, right? So for the experience for the person sitting there, a lot of the times people go, like I say, with mental disorders or chronic depression or chronic pain, right? I mean, these are physical ailments, a lot of the people that are searching this medicine. I would say, or any sort of like sucht, what is that in English? Like an addiction, right?
Mhm.
So what exactly is happening there, would you say? Like
Yeah,
that
so
removes
what I
that.
have encountered is not only people coming for big, let's say big things, but also people who have problems at work, for example, or they want to some maybe they cannot find a job. They struggle finding a job, they struggle to having the abundance, they struggle with no like it's not just trauma or addiction, no? Which ayahuasca is super good for it, but also it can be everything. It can be anything.
Wow.
Or someone who
Okay.
wants to connect to more to their purpose, for example, that too. No? So it's of course it's for those who are ready to see their shadows, not to so then to have more understanding on where you need to work on, you know? Mm-hmm.
That's
So,
perfect. Yeah, it is about the shadow work. I think that's it. At the end, it always comes back to this part of self that has not been seen, right? I mean, like I think energy work is helping to remove or activate these shadows. Psychology is also tapping into the shadows, the
mhm.
codes, all of this. So ayahuasca, I think, is a way to get there quicker, or somebody that doesn't know how to enter and then they see these shadows, right?
Uh-huh.
So obviously you have to do
Yes,
this with a trained professional. I think that's very
yes.
important too, right?
Yeah, yeah, but also it's important what you do after what you have seen those things because it's not like ayahuasca is gonna do the habits that you have to change. She cannot
Yeah.
do that for you. Not medicine or no one can change your habits. No, if you have come to the realization, okay, this is bad, I need to change it. Okay, how can I change it now? Like, and you can ask also ayahuasca, okay, please help me. How can I change this? Show me, no, and she will guide you as well.
So fascinating. Yeah. And so you're going to be offering this retreat in August, right? Can you explain about someone that would love to have this conversation and connect with you about this retreat that you're going to be doing?
Yeah, so mainly the work that I do, it's online. Like for example, the woman journey that I am bringing this month is online. But because I've been sitting more with this medicine, and I have also do on in-person work. Ayahuasca also, I felt the call that I was ready to hold something bigger, no? Let's say to step into next levels of leadership through channeling a retreat, no? Through bringing, to holding space on a retreat setting with ayahuasca. And this was born in the jungle last year. When I was there, that I spent 2 months in the jungle, I had been creating this there.
Mm.
And so this August, I am calling in the people who wants to give back to planet Earth, no? Who wants to, you know that you came here for a reason, you want to deliver your gifts, no, to others. So you want to step into your mission with, let's say, in a bold way, no?
Mm.
So that's the type of people I'm calling in for this experience. And of course, ayahuasca is going to say, no, okay, you want that, but you need to look first here. A
Mhm.
trauma, I don't know, that you had in 6 years old. I don't know. No, or you want that, but it won't happen fully if you don't tap into this first. So that's why we're gonna have 4 ceremonies with ayahuascas to make it like a journey. So because it's gonna be multiple layers to uncover, no? And like I said, it's not just ayahuasca, but also the other plants are gonna be working there too. And I will be there. My maestro, who is 40 years of experience with a medicine, he's Chipivo. He carries the lineage, no? Well, of course, he's Chipivo directly, no? His wife. And me also bringing these Egyptian frequencies, these galactic frequencies that I work with, my priestess path, my psychic, my soul gift mentor that I am, no? The spiritual mentor, all these codes that are not traditional, let's say, no, because ayahuasca can be very super traditional, at least in how we are being taught, no. In
Mhm.
Peru, in the Chippewas, they're super super traditional. And the beautiful thing here is that, let's say I am the bridge between the galactic, Egyptian, Isis, everything to ayahuasca traditional setting. No,
Right.
so I
Mhm.
can be this channel, and I think, of course, that's part of my purpose too, to be this bridge through the medicine, through the ayahuasca.
Wow, that sounds like a
Mhm.
powerful experience. And what does the maestro think about your other abilities? I'm curious because, you know, have you performed the light codes and the ISIS to him? ¿Qué dice?
Yes, yes. So I started to practice last year. No, I went to the jungle last year, and I have been like in the ceremonies of ayahuasca in Peru, in the Shipibo traditional ceremony with Chipibos, they sing Icaro, no,
Yeah.
and they have their own language. It's called Chipibo. So whatever they sing, those Icaros is in Shipibo language. So
Okay.
it's not Spanish. It's not. It sounds like light language. It sounds like the language you don't understand, but
Yeah.
it's working in you. So it's the same structure of a light language,
Right.
yeah, that
Okay.
you don't understand it. But the difficult thing is like they sing it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like talking light language, but you
Yeah.
have to sing it. No, so
Yeah.
that's the next level too. So that's what I'm learning. So I'm learning Shipibo to sing in Shipibo, but also the plants, when you do the plant dietas, the trainings, the plants also teach you how to sing.
Mm.
That's the other thing, that they teach you how to sing, or eventually you find yourself singing in, no, in GP or so. For example, today I had dreams that I was listening to Icaros, no, some people, Icaros. So that's part of the training process too. And in ceremonies last year, um, my maestro has he'll hear me saying, no, of course, I ask him too, no, can I do like language? Do you think that, no, it's okay if I do this? No, like I ask. He said yes, like he's very flexible. He's Sagittarius.
He's like, go with the
He's
flow. I'm up for adventure.
yeah, yeah. Like he's even into crystals. I have given him crystals, so he's very open-minded too. So
Hmm.
that helps me too to be me, my
Yeah.
my authenticity in this setting. Now, that's why it's my maestro,
Yeah.
and so he really liked it. He said, like he really he encouraged me. He
Mm.
encouraged me to do it more because
Hmm.
there are also other curanderos that come that they sing in their own language, like Kokama. Like we have many the dialects
Hmm.
in in Peru. So
Hmm.
there are multiple curanderos that do sing in their own language. So maybe I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be doing that language in the term, but I still need to sing it like like I'm still um, practicing. But in the meantime, doing the Chipivo, practicing my Chipivo and through light language too, like both. So it's a very beautiful journey and experience that I'm walking.
Oh my God, that's so special. It's a merging of all. And of course, like,
Every
I mean, you're coming from another part of the planet and he's open to receiving it because we're all channeling this information, this knowledge. And that's
Mhm.
so beautiful to see like how you're still like in your authenticity, in your light, and kind of just continuously following the path, always with the mission, right? To tap into the heart. And I think, would you say also like raise the vibration? Like you also do, I mean, the 5D vibration help us all kind of elevate into more of a cosmic human experience, I would say, right?
Yes, yeah, definitely. And something important that you also mentioned before, that to honor where the medicine comes from,
Mm.
to know that it's the Amazon, no? Either Peru or Brazil, no?
In
But
Colombia too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the Amazon,
Yeah.
Ecuador, Colombia, so all this part. And yeah, no, there are different places in the world that they are doing the medicine, and I hope that they are honoring where it comes from, no? Um, of course, with the right intentions as well. No, I know that ayahuasca doesn't want to stay in the jungle. No, it's not like she it's for everyone. It's not for just two peoples. It's for everyone. It's for the whole planet.
Hmm.
But we need to use it with honesty, no, with yeah, with that sacredness, no, that's the feminine work there to honor the plant, to
The pure
remind
intention. Hmm.
men who maybe are working with the plant to not to yeah, to be conscious of how they work with it.
Absolutely. Like everything else is keeping things in perspective, not getting lost by the masculine egoic side of, oh, let me make money, let me use this, obviously keeping it
Yeah, and also
sacred.
like the trainings that we have to go, you cannot compare with just, okay, no, okay. I said the other day, no, okay, because I sit with the medicine 600 of times, now I can facilitate ceremony to someone. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
That's a
Like,
great question. That's a great, because one of the girls asked the question, can anybody be a curandera, or what is this path? I mean, why doesn't it work like that? Because they're not consciously connecting with the plant, or
no, it's because to become a curandero of ayahuasca, it's not the same as I can say I am curandera, I'm a healer. I am curandera because curandera is healer. But to say I am ayahuasca curandera, that's next level. No?
mm-hmm.
And for that, anyone can become that
Mm-hmm.
as long as you do your trainings, as long as you go through multiple rebirths, initiations. If you're ready to put your life 360 multiple times, come to that journey. That's
Mhm.
what I said. No, it's not like 600 times. I am ayahuasca curandera. No, you have to learn with the master plans. So every master plans is going to move your life, transform your life. So if you're ready to do it multiple times and keep going because it's your purpose, it's your mission, and it's for the good. Don't take me bad because all this is for your good. But for example, things that I didn't work before, it's they're like breaking it like this. You didn't work on this. Bye.
Oh my God.
It's like accelerating the journey.
Wow. The journey of clearing you just to be your pure self, right? I mean, is that the intention? You're then fully connected without any past
Ego.
garbage ego. Yeah, right? Like it's detaching from all and just being pure. Would that be
Uh,
it?
yeah, I don't think or all because we are not God, no, we are still humans, but it's gonna like you are gonna be a clear vessel
Yeah.
for no, like otherwise it's the ego, the mind, the like I said, not like competition. Um, Through this path, it's really challenging, but rewarding as well. It's very beautiful. It's really beautiful and that's why I said no, like to honor not just the medicine as well, also where it came from, but also the keepers of this medicine, the
Mhm.
ones that who have already doing these processes, to really commit themselves to learn to offer this medicine. No,
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's a very restrictive journey too because it will have a lot of restrictions. It's not just learning from a plant. It comes with restrictions, comes from eating certain things only, no touching, yeah, no alcohol, no egg. So multiple restrictions in order to receive properly the teachings of the plants. So yeah,
Wow. Well, it's
ready.
probably not a journey for everybody, I would say, Jessica,
No,
but it's so beautiful that you kind of share a little insight into your world. Que
yeah, yeah, yeah.
belleza, mil gracias. This has been so informational, so like aligned, and so beautiful to kind of listen to your path. So thank you so much for sharing. And we're going to be talking, I'll be posting the information for this wonderful ISIS activation that you're going to be doing this month, and then the retreat info for those that are interested in going with Jessica, that you offer such a very multi-dimensional experience, not only from the jungle, but from beyond. So I think that's going to be very cool. And I wish you all the best on that experience. It's beautiful to know what you're doing for all of us in the frequency of the planet and that we're all coming together to remember, like you said, remember. So
Yes.
gracias. Yeah.
No, thank you very much as well. Thank you for everyone who resonated with this. If you know, like if this moved something with you, you feel that you want to be immersed with these codes, no, you can talk to me as well, no? And I'm grateful for everyone who commits to this journey too, to commit to your own path. You really want to see changes in your life. Explore that side that you have not explored fully, or explore it in different ways that you haven't yet, if you're already exploring, because there is always something more. We think we have gifts, but there is always a next level of gifts. There is
Mhm.
always other gifts that we are not aware of, and that's important to know too, to not play small because there are also other beings there that are dormant, that are ready to be awakened as long as you want to.
Oh, that's
So thank
beautiful.
you very much for having me as well. Thank
Oh, thank you so much, guys. So I hope you enjoy this, and I look forward to connecting on the next one. Thank you, everybody.
you.